Man, it's super windy. But I'm gonna film this anyway. I don't know if the lighting's that great, but we'll go ahead and get this started. What is up, guys and gals? This is Chris with Ignited by Nature, and today I'm going to be showing you how I pack my pack for a 3-day backpacking trip. Now, in this video, I'm actually not going to really talk about the gear. I'm just going to show you how I actually stuff everything into my pack, and I'm using a K4 2200 pack system. This is their smallest day pack. I also bought the extra lid and the lid straps for the 2200 so that I can pack the lid and have extra cubic space. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I actually pack my pack for a 3-day backpacking trip, a weekend, or some people would call it a weekend backpacking trip, or a weekend scouting or early season 3-day hunting trip. So whatever you want to call it, this is how I pack my pack for a 3-day trip. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and grab this sleeping system. So this is the Thermarest 20-degree Vesper quilt, and I'm just gonna stuff it in here. There's no rhyme or reason. You just stuff until you get it to the bottom, and then you compress it. This is a ultra lightweight down quilt. It's a 900 fill power, so it's really efficient, and it's really efficient in weight as well. So it's efficient with its temperature rating and weight. I think it weighs like just a little over a pound. So super lightweight quilt. And then the next thing I'm going to add is my sleep system, which is my Hyperlight tarp and Hyperlight bivy. And this thing weighs 5 ounces, so it's lighter than the Pinion bivy that I did a review on. But we'll go ahead and stuff this down on top of the quilt so we get a nice flat even pack. And the weight and also all the material is evenly distributed, so you get a nice wide area to stuff things in. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and take my sleeping pad and put it in there. And then I'm going to grab this med kit. I'm going to put it in there as well. Stuff that all in there. And then next, I'm going to grab my food, my pillow, and my cook system. Now I'm going to put the pillow in and try to stuff it in between the med kit and then also the sleeping pad. And then I'm going to take my food and put it in here. And this is just 2 days worth of food. I'm also gonna have a 3rd day's worth of food in the top lid, so we'll see that in a second. And then I'm gonna take my cook system and I'm gonna go ahead and put it in here. Have it stuffed right in there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my puffy and put it in the top, so that way I have easy access to my puffy and my cook system. So if I'm on the move and I don't wanna dig around to get anything, you know, and I need my puffy or my cook system, it's right at the top. It's easy to grab. So go ahead and zip that up. Boom, I got that. And then the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do, since I have everything in the main compartment, I'm going to go ahead and fill up the side pouches. I'm going to go ahead and start adding that in. So I have my 48 ounce Nalgene bottle that I'm going to put in my K4 Nalgene holder. So that's in there now. You want to see it? It's right there. It's pretty sweet. And then I went ahead and packed some snacks in this hip belt pocket. And so then on the other side of my hip belt, I have my pistol holder And the pistol holders made by Ivory Holsters. They actually work with Exo Mountain Gear, and specifically they make pistol holsters for the K4. So I got one for my P365X macro compensated and absolutely love it. I'll have to do a video on the quick draw that I've been practicing, but it's a nice little peace of mind to have when you're out in the backcountry by yourself and you want some protection. I haven't had to use it, but you never know, right? Okay, so then on one side of the side pockets, I'm going to put my trekking poles and then my Z seat. So I'm going to pack that on the side. And just stuff both those in that side pocket. I can go ahead and buckle that together. And then on the other side, I'm going to go ahead and add my tripod. This is my Peak Design carbon fiber tripod. It's probably one of the best pieces of gear that I have. I love this tripod. And then I put a PT Scout Really Right Stuff head on it. It's a pan head so I can glass smoothly, and it's just a great combination for glassing. All right, so now my bag's pretty much loaded up. The next thing I'll grab are these extra binoculars. These are my Swarovski 12x42s, and then I also have the 8x42s in my bino harness. So I like to keep 2 sets of optics when I'm glassing, especially for mule deer. This is a mule deer scouting trip. So I'm gonna set that on the top, and then I'm gonna grab the lid. So I have the lid, and I'll go ahead and buckle the top so that it stays on. So now that I got that buckled, we'll go ahead and take the back webbing and loop it through so that the lid's fully attached, and then it will hold in that extra binocular that I have that I can't fit in my pack, because like I said, I'm fitting a lot in a day pack, but you know, even though it's a day pack, I can still get 3 days out of it, so that's pretty cool. And it saves a little bit of weight. I feel like it saves a pound or maybe even 2 pounds because of all the extra fabric from the K4 5000. So I'm just getting that lid strap on. It's really easy to do. All right, so I'm just getting that cinched down, and then we'll go ahead and flip it around, and I'm just gonna pack my lid with the rest of the gear. So I have my paracord. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff that in. Have my extra adapters for my phone scope, my battery pack, my water filtration system, the HydroPack Seeker, and I have my butt wipes, and then my beanie and my extra Swarovski binocular mount. Basically, this is a quick release mount that they now make for the new NLPers that just came out, the 14x52 and the 10x52. But before that, you had to use the old SLC adapter, and then you had to buy a little rig from another company. And but this is the SLC adapter for the 15x56s. So I'm packing 2 because I'm doing a binocular review. And then lastly, I'm gonna grab my extra food for the first day, stuff that in there. That way I have access to it if I need some extra food, or I'm not unpacking camp but I wanna eat. I have my meal, and then like I showed you earlier, I can grab my cook stove really easily. And then in this bag too, I'll also add an extra C battery for my rangefinder, and then an extra rechargeable battery for my headlamp, which honestly I honestly probably shouldn't pack because the headlamp lasts forever, but and especially on a 3-day trip, I'm probably not going to run out of battery, but it's always good to be safe. But yeah, so that's what's in there. And then I have my pistol holster for when I sleep with it in my bivvy. My extra pair of lightweight gloves, just rag wool, and then my spoon. So everything up top is kind of stuff I want to access easily. And then on the smaller zipper on top, we'll go ahead and add my headlamp, so that way I can find that if I need to fast. Okay, and then we just need to cinch everything down. Go ahead and cinch the top down on the lid so that my expensive binoculars don't fall out. I just really cinch that down. Boom. And then at the top of my pack, I also have a thermometer, which I might actually put in there just so it doesn't click and make noise. Especially if I was going on a 3-day hunt, I'd probably want to tuck that away so it wasn't making noise, because you never know when you could bump something and have to make a quick shot. So yeah, this is everything that I would pack for a weekend backpacking trip in the summer. This is a 3-day trip. You could use this same type of pack style for a weekend scouting trip or an early season hunt. And then the only thing that would be different during a hunt is I have my rifle too. So that's everything. That's how you pack a 3-day pack efficiently using a 1-day pack. This is the K4 2200, and this is an Exo Mointaon Gear product. It's pretty awesome. I really love this pack, and you can put a lot of weight on it when you need to, but you can also pack it light when you're just doing backpacking trips. And then also one more thing I did want to mention, that if I was going into a situation where there might be some rain, or I was hiking in Oregon, I'm in Idaho, so I really don't deal with rain that much, but I have this lightweight Outdoor Research helium rain set, and it weighs like 11 ounces. And if I really need to pack it, I can pack it down. It's really lightweight, but I usually just throw it in my truck. So that was just a side note that I want to add, that I always have rain gear that I can go and access if I need to. And then if it is raining, I'll pack it, but I'm not packing it in this situation because it's summer and it's very rare that you'll need rain gear. And then lastly, I'll have my bino harness with my 8x42 NL Piers and my rangefinder. And then, you know, extra snacks or ammo, something like that in there. And then that's everything that I'm gonna have for a 3-day backpacking or scouting trip, or even an early season 3-day hunt. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful and you got something out of it. If you want to leave a comment, do so below. I'd really appreciate a comment. Let me know your feedback, or let me know if you have any tips that might help me out. And then also, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate you liking and subscribing. That would help me out as well. And then with that being said, you know, thanks for watching. And once again, my name is Chris with Ignited by Nature. Until next time, guys and gals.